In breaking news, Professor Geert Hofstede has added a sixth dimension to his groundbreaking model that demonstrates how values in the workplace are influenced by culture. The 6 cultural dimensions identified by Hofstede outline how different cultural groups prefer to behave in different situations and can distinguish countries but not individuals from each other. This is a major breakthrough for international managers and could be the key to more effective international management in the future. Hofstede's Cultural Dimensions research helps international managers to understand and interpret the diverse behaviours of people from different cultural backgrounds. The 6 cultural dimensions identified by Hofstede outline how different cultural groups prefer to behave in different situations and can distinguish countries but not individuals from each other. These 6 cultural dimensions are power distance, individualism versus collectivism, uncertainty avoidance, masculinity versus femininity, long-term versus short-term orientation, and our latest cultural dimension, indulgence versus restraint. Let's have a look at each of these in more detail. Firstly, power distance, which looks at whether people expect power in a society and organisation to be distributed equally or unequally. A high power distance country will have a clearly established hierarchy executed in society without question. A lower power distance culture signifies that people question authority and attempt to distribute power more equally. The next dimension is individualism and collectivism, which explores the degree to which people in a society are integrated into groups. Individualistic cultures emphasise and celebrate individual achievement, while collectivist cultures, on the other hand, describes a society where membership and loyalty to the group is the norm. Third is the masculinity-femininity dimension, which represents whether or not a society values achievement, heroism, assertiveness, and material rewards for success. Masculine cultures are like this, while feminine cultures prefer cooperation, modesty, caring for the weak, and quality of life. Next is the uncertainty avoidance dimension, which expresses a degree to which the members of a society feel uncomfortable with uncertainty and ambiguity. Countries exhibiting a strong uncertainty avoidance maintain rigid codes of belief and behaviour and are intolerant of unorthodox behaviour and ideas. Weak uncertainty avoidance societies maintain a more relaxed attitude in which practice counts more than principles. The time orientation dimension refers to whether or not cultures tend to focus more on the future as opposed to the present or past. Short-term orientation cultures focus more on the past and present and focus on achieving quick results and do not tend to save for the future. A long-term orientation society focuses on the future and can adapt their traditions when conditions change, and they tend to save and invest for the future and focus on achieving long-term results. Finally, indulgence versus restraint. Indulgence stands for a society that allows relatively free gratification of basic and natural human drives related to enjoying life and having fun, while restraint stands for a society that suppresses gratification of needs and regulates it by means of strict social norms. So why is this research important? A major challenge in developing intercultural management competence is the fact that there is no one way to lead. This is especially relevant as all new and growing markets have something in common. They can be characterised as hierarchical cultures which place strict emphasis on the chain of command, for example in Russia and most of Asia. Also, many companies exploring these new markets need to face the fact that the leadership styles or guidelines that they have been practising might not be suitable for these cultures if they are to operate successfully within them. Finally, companies will need to examine the way that they undertake all sorts of management operations, including change management, customer service, marketing, recruitment, and team management in order to successfully manage and operate in a global organisation. So now you're going to use this knowledge to complete activity 3.2, making a culturally correct movie.